I don't know what it is about you specifically that makes you so good at this action stuff, because I'm sitting in a theater filled with embittered, crockety old film critics watching this film, and we're watching you in these fight sequences, and especially in the bedroom fight, and you just hear these film critics going, wow, wow, and then this probably the best girl v girl hand-to-hand combat scene I've seen in a while between you and Jessica Biel. It's insane. Talk about doing the fights and that for Total Recall.
It was quite hair-raising for me because I was not on board with I wasn't on the movie until maybe 12 days before my part shot.
Wow.
Because originally I wasn't available, and so they'd been auditioning other people and all of that, and then all of a sudden my movie moved a bit and their movie moved a bit, and then suddenly it was, oh please will you do it? Oh my God, there's a lot of choreography to learn in a short time, and that was almost kind of helpful because there was that sense for me that I don't completely know what I'm doing, so the fact that my character is actually insane and crazed and slightly hysterical, it sort of worked, oddly enough. It was a little bit hair-raising while it was going on, but it worked really well for the character.
The wonderful thing about your character I found watching it, and maybe I was out in left field, but she wasn't just this Terminator 2 kind of menacing wrecking machine. There were moments where you see glimpses in her where maybe she has self-doubt or she's wondering what's going on. Tell us a little bit about what your thought process was with the character you had.
I very much felt that this is a woman who is highly, highly trained, incredibly capable, and probably just as qualified as Hauser is, and is probably, because of being female, whatever, not quite the star and the legend that he is, and probably on some level relatively bitter about that. And then is put on this detail where she's basically, with all this training, she's basically living in a house as a kind of hooker come babysitter, pretending to be this idiot's wife. And it's a real come down, and it's humiliating, and it sucks, and she shouldn't be doing that. And then it all starts to come to light what's actually happening. She's just furious, and I think that kind of wounded feeling of being passed over and not respected, I think, is behind a lot of that. And that's what I was hoping to convey a bit, that it's not coming from it. She's not a robot. She's a quite out of control, wounded woman, So she's really scary.
It'd be easy for somebody to get lost in the spectacle of Total Recall, the great action we've already talked about. But at its core, it's really a very smart film. Yeah. It's a film with depth, and you've got to pay very close attention as you're going. As you guys are sitting down and talking about the film, how did you guys find that balance between being the spectacle and yet being quite smart at the same time?
I mean, I think, as far as the actors were concerned, we had a lot of conversations with each other and with Len about, the really central questions, which are not at all frivolous in the movie, and we let Len deal with what the world looked like, and he showed us what he was going to do with it, and it was amazing, and it's come out exactly as he'd said. But I think for us, we're always playing, as actors, we're always playing the real thing, and all the insanity and bells and whistles and $138 million worth of stuff is kind of around us,
Right. Listen, Kate, congratulations on the film. I had a great time with it, and we can't wait to have it on AMC screens.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.